2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
Yes, what lessons have they learned in defeat? If you learn lessons in defeat and can turn it into a victory, well, you never lost, did you? And they're playing from about 140 yards out. Well, that's beautifully judged. A 7-footer right here.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Well, Rich, that's ideal. Thomas currently holds top spot. We find ourselves on a par 3 here. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Putting for birdie. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. Here we are at the third.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
This one should find the rough. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
4 feet to the cup. Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one. And now they're sitting in second, 1 spot behind our leader, Justin Thomas. Teeing off here at the 4th. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Opting for the 9-iron. Yep, that shot's safely on the green. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
It's always good to cozy it up to the hole on a long putt, isn't it? Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 5th hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is a 172-yard par 3 from the back tees. Rich, your thoughts?
Look, the water on the left-hand side really is just there for decoration. Doesn't come into play. The difficult part, though, is this green sits well above the fairway there on the left-hand side. Most players are going to be bailing out, not wanting to go in that bunker to the right, but you miss it out to the left. You got a really challenging up and down.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard. With that hole complete, this player is currently tied with Justin Thomas for the lead.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Time for the second shot here at the 6th. Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Absolutely. Love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Lining up the birdie putt here. Gets that one to go down, and that's back-to-back birdies. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Sadly, in the sand, but a chance to make up for the error. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Now on the tee after a birdie, fired up and ready for more. Quality shot, that one. Time for the second shot here at the 7th. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Oh, they're dialed in. It's an absolute clinic.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
And after that hole, you're currently leading JT by a couple of shots. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. They get a little ground draw here. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She got one back on that last hole.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Ooh. And that should secure the par on this one. Now leading by 1 shot. Teeing off now on the 9th hole. Left nothing in the tank on that one. That was pummeled. Taking aim from around 240 yards out here. Currently in the lead by a shot. Opting for the 5-wood. Oh, what a shot. You'll take that. Wow, what a shot. Putting for an eagle. That was a gallant attempt. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And that will take him to 7 under. I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
He's got roughly 105 yards here. Over 300 yards from the tee as well.
Well, that's well played and sets up a good birdie look here at the 10th. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently in 5th place.
Just putt right on 10 feet. A good one to make.
This for a birdie run.
Oh, so close. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Let's see what happens here at the 11th hole. Going with the hybrid.
Just in case Lexi thought that she was going to dominate the match today in this rivalry, he's come out and put that down, laid that gauntlet down, and now I think things will get interesting.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup. Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Oh, well played. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. And with that, he's now broken the tie, all alone at the top of the leaderboard. Second shot here on the 12th. Wonderfully played. 12 feet to the cup coming up. That's frustrating. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Still in the lead now after that hole. Teeing off here on the 13th hole.
Oh, look at this soar through the air.
Well played, mate. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Ooh, that almost went down. And after that effort, that's how it looks. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. Oh, seems to have got a big piece of that one. Striped. This shot here near the 200-yard marker. Now a 3-shot lead over the field. Opting for the 5-iron. Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here. Scorecard filled with 3s never hurts. Good putt to make this. Just hammered that through the line. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. And a quick glimpse of the leaderboard, and they're currently first, with Justin Thomas second. Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par 4. Oh my, that was launched. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. That's nicely done. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. And back to the play, shall we? And 11 under in front of the player with this putt.
Little birdie look in here.
This is a good chance. And down it goes. 11 under the card with the stretch remaining.
What a great feeling that must be. Seemingly an insurmountable lead for this player with just 4 to play.
And now that finds him in first place.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Oh, you've made it. What a play. Just 3 feet to the cup.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Currently 12 under for the round.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Oh, well played.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Well, this is when the adrenaline really starts to kick in. Leading the tournament with the final hole to play. Good luck. Oh, well struck. Best drives heading for the fairway in my eyes. 2nd shot here at the 18th. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Lining up here for a chance to win the tournament. What a putt to make. Okay, steady now. All right, let's see if they can compose themselves and knock this one in. And ladies and gentlemen, he's done it. That putt seals the win.
Having to build another basement, Luke. He's racking up the hardware.
Well, Rich, we saw from the get-go that this player was right on song this week, just a class above.
Luke, that was the performance of a lifetime. Hats off. They dominated in every facet of the game. Never let their foot up off the gas.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich B, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Thank you, Luke. What a lovely introduction and what a lovely day. I'm very much looking forward to strolling the fairways alongside these two players. They have been at each other, let me tell you. There's been a little bit of banter on social media back and forth in the lead up to this match. They have a bone to pick. They have a bee in their bonnet, and it's all going to be settled out on this golf course today.
Well, the only thing that really goes against Xander Schauffele is he doesn't win as often as he should. But every attribute in his game is just exceptional. You're talking about one of the best players out on tour. The second hole is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
Well, nice to drop a putt of that length. Well done. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Always a tough shot to get out of.
They'll have to get their best bunker technique out here because this is nasty.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number 1. Water down the left-hand side you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Just a short putt remaining here. He currently shares 4th position. The first of the par 5s, Rich, the 4th hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side. That shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Getting ready to play their third. 1 stroke off the lead. Well, that's a beautiful bunker shot there. What an opportunity to make a birdie. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
You know what? You can hit me a 300-yard drive, but I prefer to sink one of those every time. What a monster.
Fist pumps all round. That is how you do it from outside range. That was huge.
The 5th at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Ridge. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Let's make this birdie putt. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Well holed. Let's move on. At -2, going along nicely today. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
From about 200 yards out. Currently a shot off the lead. Going with the 5-iron here. Nice shot that. That should find the surface. Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf. Ooh, it'd be nice to make this putt. This is for eagle. Ooh, right by the hole. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly.
This is their look at birdie.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 5-iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, how good was that?
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
A great shot here at the 8th and a chance for birdie. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Always nice to have a birdie putt. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And that will take him to 5 under. He's currently in a share of top spot. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
Wow, they really put on a show with that approach shot, and their rival, Xander Schauffele, appears to be taking notice as well.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And that will move him to 6 under par. Well, this is when the knees start to knock. The sweat starts to appear on the palms of your hands, Rich. Just a slender lead with 9 to play.
Well, it's been great watching this player get the best of their rival, but still a long way to go until the end of this tournament. Let's see how it shakes out.
Time for the second shot at the 10th.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And back to the course with the live action. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Yes, they've made it. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 3rd, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
This one is right down the pipe. Got to admire that talent. Just green after green in regulation.
And I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens in regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Leading by a couple after that hole. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
It was on a good line. A chance for a birdie if this goes down. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side. Open up the angle for your second shot. And it's obvious, you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side. Make a par. Pretty simple.
It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
No green in reg, but a chance to save their par. Didn't that look good for a long time? And this one is for his par. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
This putt to get to 10 under par.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Job done. Let's head to the next. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. He sits in first position. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
That's a great shot here at the 15th. It sets up a look for birdie.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Birdied their last hole.
Xander Schauffele setting up his next shot. Oh, what a wonderful bunker shot. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is up by 4 shots now.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better. Pretty good shot there.
Rich, good chance to get at this green in 2.
Yes, this player's found the fairway, and now they've got the opportunity to knock this on in two. Be wary of coming up short and left, obviously in the water, but don't be anxious to miss it out to the right, especially in that bunker that's over in the middle of the green on the right-hand side. That really can wreak havoc with the players. Try and find the green at all costs with this second shot.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Oh, that was pure. A look to get to 13 under par. Ouch, that hurts. And this putt coming up for his par. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Let's take a look at the current standings. Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
That was a narrow miss. Oh, size them up for the red cardigan that Arnold Palmer made famous. You are the Arnold Palmer Invitational Champion. Congratulations.
And what a week it was. A fantastic victory. Sensational victory on arguably one of the tour's hardest golf courses. Way to go. Great win.
Well, Henny, when they came into this rivalry, we weren't sure if they were going to be good enough to win the battle. They not only won that, they won the war.
Luke, while they've been out on the golf course, I've been cooking. Here, smell this. We've got to eat up. It's some humble pie. We shouldn't ever have doubted them. There was some spectacular golf out there, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elving. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Players' Championship. Today's coverage is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hey Luke and Rich, I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
So that's the final word from Beamer. Let's see how this one goes. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
Just didn't drop. Putting for par. Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival.
Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
What an outstanding bunker shot. What a play. Great shot. Nicely done.
A big opportunity with an eagle putt. Oh, just missed. And they'll tap this in for birdie. Currently 1 under for the round. Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I'll tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
Steps up to a putt of about 15 feet in distance.
Looking for another birdie here.
That's frustrating. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Par 4, 384 yards from the back. A long snake-like bunker down the right-hand side to a cool little green with all sorts of movement on it. A very fun hole to play indeed.
That should set up another chance. Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt. That'll sting a bit. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Okay, steady now. Bogey putt coming up here. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. And with that, he's back to even overall.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. Strong hole this one, isn't it?
Par 4, 471 yards from the back. Drive it out to the left-hand side to give yourself the best angle for your second shot into this long, thin green.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
Oh, stop it. What a shot. This would be a good putt to make to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. That looked good for a long time, didn't it? This is a par putt. Patrick Cantlay currently in the lead. The tee shot at the par 4-6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
And this putt to move into the top 10. That was a gallant attempt. An opportunity to make their par. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
That'll be a good result. I know it didn't go down, but it's just a tap in awaits. Patrick Cantlay is atop the leaderboard with a 2-stroke lead. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7th.
Difficult par 4, 451 yards. Water and sand all the way down the left-hand side. Hit it out to the right. Find the green with your second and sprint to the next hole, making 4.
And he's safely on the green. Putting hasn't been the strength today. Hopefully that can change right here. Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
This is what they have left for a par.
Yeah, good putt. Well hold. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Oh, almost went in. Patrick Cantlay's heading the field in this one. The front 9 at TPC Sawgrass finishes with a par 5, but not easy to get there in 2.
It is not. A big tee shot down the left center is required. Anything out to the right could catch that bunker and even fall into the water over there on the right. If you decide to go for it, you have to hit a fairway metal long iron high over some trees on the left-hand side to a very narrow green. The layup shot out to the right will make that third shot so much easier into this tiny green.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup.
Ooh. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. I will take that and a spot in the top 10 to boot. Playing their 4th shot. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. And as we turn for home, Rich, always a good chance to reflect on the halfway stage of this round.
Luke, top 10 on the leaderboard and moving up. It'll be interesting to see how this player performs over the next 9 holes.
That's tiny. Sitting at 1 under in a share of 10th position. Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
Justin Thomas, he looks like he's having an absolute blast out there today. That was a fantastic shot into this green.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Ooh, right by the hole. And this putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And that puts him into the top 5 for the tournament. And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
That was spectacular, Luke. Great work. Great shots.
Patrick Cantlay is at the top of the leaderboard with a one-stroke lead. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second 9 at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14.
Difficult tee shot on this playing some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway, and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot. But if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Let's return to live play now. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
This one looking really good.
Wonderful putt, and that puts some real pressure on their rival now. Canada's Brooke Henderson currently in top spot. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
One of the more simple tee shots on the golf course, par 4, 470 yards. Just a little fade required off the tee to the fairway. The green sits up above the fairway a little bit, surrounded by a couple of bunkers, but I gotta say, I like this hole. It's straightforward, it's simple, before you head into the final 3.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
An opportunity to make a par here. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do. But watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second. Nicely done.
Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And this putt to move them into a tie for second.
Yes, Luke, and only 2 holes to go in this event.
This has eyes for the hole. He's made it for eagle, and that will take him to 7 under. And let's have another look at that one.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
Oh, Canada! Brooke Henderson leads this tournament. All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 3 17th.
Par 3 17th, 137 yards, island green. I've actually seen a caddy throw it onto this green, but with the golf club in your hand, can you hit the green?
Well, this is an important putt for the tournament here, Rich.
Certainly is. Let's watch it unfold, Luke.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
It's time to check on the leaderboard. And Brooke Henderson currently in the lead here. When you feel like you've survived the 17th, you stand on the 18th tee and you think to yourself, where do I hit this?
Par 4, 462 yards, and you're going to find out what kind of player you are when you tee off here. How brave are you? How much do you trust your swing? If you find the fairway, that's a great start, but the second shot awaits.
Well, that's one job complete, Rich. They've shimmied their way onto the dance floor.
Yes, but can they keep their dancing shoes on, Luke? They need this putt to force the playoff.
It was on a good line.
It's unfortunate, Luke. I can only imagine what is going through this player's head right now. Disappointing, to say the least.
And we're all over, bar the shouting. And Henny, no win for this player, but they set a goal and accomplished it by performing better than their rival. They've got to be pleased with taking down Justin Thomas.
Oh, that's right, Luke. This player challenged JT and beat him. That takes a lot of confidence, but also a lot of skill to pull off. Congratulations to them.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. Pga Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi, Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Yeah, beating young Morikawa seems to be one of the toughest challenges out on tour these days, but I'm certainly excited to see how this rivalry fares today. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
This is down breeze, so it's going to be tough to stop it on this green.
This one looks to be heading towards the green. That might not have found the green there, Rich, but that is a brilliant play right up on the fringe.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? 7 feet to the cup.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Beautiful shot.
And that should calm whatever nerves this player has. Nice opening hole.
Currently 1 under for the day. Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
And that should secure the par on this one. Now let's switch our focus to Collin Morikawa.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
Good shot there, Beamer. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, this breeze just starting to get up now on the course, and it's directly into the face.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. What's in front of them, Henny?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Sometimes when you try and get it up the hill, you just forget to hit it sometimes, and it seems so in this case.
Now over to Collin Morikawa.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. He finds himself in a share of 7th. The 4th hole, the first of the par 3s on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Sitting at 1 under the card. Currently tied for 7th position. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. He has this putt to save his par.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Ouch, that hurts. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 5th is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
And this putt to move into the top 10. Oh, just missed. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. So no movement there. The player remains at even par.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
That's a tad disappointing, isn't it? Second shot here on the 6th. Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. And here we are with the third shot. 3 strokes off the lead. Ooh, that almost went down. Big par saver coming up for this fella. And nicely holed. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left are going to be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
And the rivalry seems to be inspiring this player to make some great putts. That will bring them closer together on the leaderboard. And it's time to recap that play.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Attaboy, good shot. A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt.
This putt to tie Collin Morikawa.
It's just about 3 feet away.
He's got this for his par.
Now over to Collin Morikawa.
He's sitting there just in 3rd place.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Oh, lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the 9th. This putt is for a spot inside the top 10. A bit long on that one. Just 3 feet to the cup. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. Rich, this player's just a few shots back with the last 9 to play. Did you prefer to be the greyhound or the bunny?
I want to be the greyhound. I'm sprinting away if I possibly can. This player's 3 back. They need to start sprinting.
Not a bad drive. A little bit shorter than Beamer. Not bad.
Second shot here on the 10th hole. Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot this. Outstanding approach shot.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Just didn't drop. Putting for a par here. Now let's switch our focus to Collin Morikawa.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line. Oh, what a super shot.
This tall player is just streets ahead now.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. You can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
Gee, it's metronomic here. Green after green. Gee, golf looks easy when you're playing like this.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Let's take a look at Collin Morikawa. Boy, Rich, that was a big-time save, that one.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
So, after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
That's heading for the fairway. This shot is about 140 yards out.
Wind moving the golf ball left to right.
Yeah, that was tricky with that wind. Great shot there.
Well, this would be a good putt to make, and with it, a share of 3rd spot. Super shot that, and a spot in the top 5 also with that great shot. And now 4 under for the day. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely, I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
This is from miles away. Let's get back to it, shall we? They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Oh, I thought that one was going in. This putt is of 9 feet. Nice line. Nice little putt to hole, that one. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. If you find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Going with the 5-wood. Well, they got after that one right up near the surface. Good play.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down.
Such soft hands.
As we look at the leaderboard, this player sits in second place behind Collin Morikawa. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
Now over to Collin Morikawa.
He's currently in first place, looking to hold that lead here.
Okay, time to return to the action. High pressure moment here. This for a share of the lead.
With 3 holes to go, it's a good position to be in.
That's disappointing. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. And he finds himself in a tie for third. The Copperhead course, the snake pit, we're right in the middle of it.
There's some trees over on the right-hand side that you want to take it just left of to find the center of the fairway. From there, you're going to go in with a mid-iron to a really small green. A high, soft shot is required to hold this green.
And Rich, I just keep watching this name moving north on the leaderboard. They're pulling out all the stops right now.
I tell you what, they're getting an awful lot out of their round. If the leaders aren't careful, this player could catch them.
Now let's switch our focus to Collin Morikawa.
Oh, he's in the spot he feels most comfortable. That's first place. I don't think he's going to want to let that go.
Not afraid to go deep. This putt's for 6 under par.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 6 under. He's currently tied for first. The Copperhead's penultimate hole is a good par 3 playing up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot, plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup. This for back-to-back birdies.
Not sure if they understood the lie of the land there, Rich. Yeah, he'll take that. And that moves them to -6 for the tournament. The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the snake pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
Well, they need to stick this close. A birdie would tie them for the lead and force a playoff.
Lovely effort, that. There's been some sharp shooting today. This putt is for a final score of 64. All the great players make a bunch of these. This is from 15 feet.
Sure.
Oh, Rich, what could have been? This player's going to miss out on a playoff by a single shot.
Luke, what a difficult situation is for this player. So close and yet wasn't able to get it done. That's going to leave a bad taste in this player's mouth.
That's a shame. They came oh so close to what would have been an incredible comeback victory.
The stories that we could have told if they completed the victory would be endless. Unfortunately, not getting it done, but still, what a performance on this final round.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Pga Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Valero Texas Open. Today's coverage is about to kick off.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Quack. Hello, Henny.
Thank you so much, Luke. I am so happy that I have been put with these two players because they've been going back and forth at each other on social media leading up to this event. They seem to really have something to prove, a bone to pick with each other, and it'll all be settled out on the golf course today.
Yes, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence.
If my eyes didn't see it, I wouldn't have believed it. That'll help make a big move. Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
I'm glad we get to see this again. This one should be practiced at home.
Currently 1 under for the round. Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And there it goes from the sand. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
A chance to get 2 back on the course here. This one for Eagle. These are on rails, looking good.
Wonderful shot. Currently in first position. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
This one's tracking.
That's signaling your intent. Go and get amongst it early.
That is definitely a confidence builder.
Lydia Ko coming off a birdie on her last hole, and that will take her to 2 strokes off the lead.
Out there, Luke, getting close.
Oh, well played. Playing from around 150 yards here.
He's got a 2-stroke buffer.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
He seems to have zero regard for the fact that he's playing against a multiple major champion here. Just firing off approach shots like that. Wow.
And back to the course with the live action. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole.
This guy is putting the lights out of it this week.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Well, TPC San Antonio gives you a few chances to get after the golf course, Rich, and right here at the 5th, there's a decision to be made off the tee.
This is an excellent opportunity to be brave, knock it on with the driver. If you lay back with an iron, a very straightforward pitch, but I just don't see the players wanting to lay up.
Coming up from the bunker.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. This putt coming up is for birdie. Oh, what a stroke. Gets it to go down. Wow, what a save.
In the bunker with their tee shot. Nice save indeed.
Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. And back to the play, shall we? Sitting at 6 under.
Currently in the lead. Always frustrated by missing a green.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, but not so on this occasion.
How close was that to going down? What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. Now this one, this is important. This for par.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now 2 shots up after that one. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front centre of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the third hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area. It will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
Oh my, how about that for a par?
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Well, looks to have misjudged the speed of that one. Just 10 feet to the cup here. That's frustrating. Putting for bogey. Currently at -4 for the round. Well, this is a player after my own heart. Going with the driver here. Oh, that was mashed. Second shot here on the 8th. Nicely done. Getting ready to play their third. He shares top spot. Handy effort, that one. Oh, 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these. And nice effort from him. He bounces back from the bogey at the last hole. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Still in the lead now after that hole. The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. Well, that's a handy shot. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
He's looking at perhaps 175, I'd say.
And choosing the 8-iron here. Well, that's well played. And a chance for birdie here at the 9th. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
This is their look at birdie.
And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Oh, this is a precarious position, if you don't mind me saying, Rich. They have the lead, but there's plenty chasing with just 9 to play.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. That forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
Oh, absolutely flushed. Sitting at -6. Currently leading. Choosing the 9-iron here. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's got momentum now, just birdied the last hole.
That'll affect the scorecard. So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. An opportunity for a birdie here. Hey, that's a chance. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole.
Rich, this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by two of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
Going with the 8-iron here. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. And a chance to reach 9 under for the championship with this putt.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
Big putt for par coming up. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is up by 4 shots now. 13's a long pass for him, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. Come up short, and those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good. This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Didn't that look good for a long time? And if this can go down, he'll save par. Get excited. This could go in. That one raced by. Bit of work coming back. Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Playing from around 230 yards. Currently leading by 3. Opting for the hybrid, I think. That's not quite on the dance floor, Rich, but it's right up there near the green. A chance to perhaps pick up 1, maybe 2 on this hole.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
Lovely touch. Well played.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
Opting for the 9-iron. He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
Ooh, wouldn't that have been nice? Par putt coming up here. And the putt drops now at 8 under, heading down the stretch.
With just a small sliver of a lead, this could go any different direction down the stretch.
Ooh, that almost went down. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
And Rich, the 16th hole here at TPC San Antonio, a bit of an ode to the 6th at Riviera.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. 16th looks just like 6 at Riviera. Missed that bunker in the center of the green, and you should be okay.
Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. That's a good putt to make. That sets the great players from the good ones. He's currently sitting in first place.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
As we get down the stretch here at TPC San Antonio, there's a number of options that can be taken. This 17th's a fascinating hole.
Luke, if it's playing downwind, a driver is a must. If it's back into the wind, take out the iron for safety.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. This putt to get to double digits under the card.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Okay, steady now. 3 feet to go here to the hole. For the par. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She got one back on that last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Well, while the closing hole at TPC San Antonio can be reached in 2, Rich, it's all set up by the tee shot.
Tee shot must find the fairway. If not, you have water hazards left and bunkers right that will gobble up that second shot if you're slightly out of position. That dog will hunt.
Sitting at 9 under par. Outright first here. This putt for him to win the event. Whoa, back there, horsey. Ah, that's a punish. Nothing worse than putting it off for green. The hole out from off this green here to win the tournament. How close was that to going down? Great touch. Really nicely played.
Yes, very smooth tempo.
Well, that was a Texas-sized performance by our champion. They have now added the Valero Texas Open to their list of wins.
After this victory, Luke, I'm pretty sure this player's going to have a little bigger hitch in his giddy-up.
Well, we saw the good, bad, and sometimes the ugly, didn't we? But it was certainly beautiful from the words that came out of Henny Koyak's mouth. Thank you, Henny, for your action today.
Oh, it was a pleasure to be able to follow the action out there today, Luke.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.